Welcome to Corks and Convo, a podcast that dives into real life topics. I'm your host, Regina, along with my co hosts, Shadon and Tiffany. Every week, we'll be talking about topics that women over 50 deal with. So, whether you're 18 or 80 or just curious about what we're doing here at Corks and Convo, you're in the right place. So, grab your earpods, your headphones, and a glass of wine and get ready for a conversation that is uncorked. Okay, ladies, today's topic is a topic for me. Today's topic is raising our parents. Raising our parents. Because mines don't listen. I don't know about y'all's, but mines don't listen. But anyway, I wanted to give you a little bit of statistics that in 2025, the United States saw an average of 11,400 people turning 65 each day. So we have a lot of seniors. So it's a lot of people who are, considered seniors now. Now we are considered the sandwich generation. The sandwich generation is that we are not only are we considered middle age, but we are still helping raise our children. And now we're raising these goddamn parents that don't listen. So, with that being said, let's talk about some experiences of us raising our parents. Okay, I'm going first. I'm going first because this one is for me. My daddy is so stubborn, super stubborn. He don't listen. Let me tell you how stubborn he is. He go to the doctor, and the doctor tells him you need to exercise. And so, my mom, she'll get up and go to the gym with me. She eats right, she does all the right things, but she has a lot of medical problems, and he does everything wrong. My daddy, everything wrong. He gonna drink sodas. He gonna eat all the sweets. He gonna do everything. Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with him besides being stubborn. So the doctor says, "Are you exercising?" My daddy said, "No." And the doctor said, "Why?" And my father just looks at the man like they looked at each other so long that I guess the doctor just was like, "Let me go on to the next question because this man is not going to do anything that this doctor tells him to do." We had a scare last week, end up in the emergency room. The doctor say don't do something. The next day, he doing it. I said, that's why you over here in pain right now, because you don't listen. When I tell you, if I can put them in the corner and put their nose up against the wall, I would do it. I would honestly do it because he does not listen. And he's so frustrated that my mother tells me and my sister, y'all gonna have to deal with them because I can't deal with them. Y'all gonna have to deal with them. I'm like, that's your husband to death do apart. She was like, yeah, but that's your daddy. She can't do nothing with him. We can't do nothing with him. What am I gonna do? I'm telling you, this father of mine. Wait a minute. This is even better. When he don't like, we'll be having a conversation. Everybody's having a conversation with him. We're having a conversation with him. In the middle of the conversation, you know what he do? Act like he sleeps. Like, that means he don't want to listen no more. He's like,
so he's had enough.
Yes, he's had enough. So we'd be like, Daddy, you can hear me. You can hear me. He'd be like he sleep. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's something.
It
Yeah.
is.
My dad is.
Go ahead.
My dad is something else. He is awful. Awful. He is awful. And my mom is to the point where she just, I mean, they have little talks and they have little arguments. And it's like, I sit there and listen to them, but they will not leave each other. They will not eat without each other. They do everything together. He still has this thing where he likes having fast cars with red leather seats and all kinds of stuff, and his Harley Davidsons, and his shoes got to be this, and they're very funny. And I think as they get older, my mom is more chill, but he's become like almost like a nervous Nancy type thing. He wants stuff a certain way. He's very particular about everything. I mean, yeah, they can be a handful. I experience him giving everybody hell.
Let's see. What can I say about these two that I have? I'm gonna start with, because just in case she listens, I'm gonna start with. Let me give her flowers. At this point in my life, I have officially got to a point where I can see my parents as just parents and adults is not my parents and not expecting what I think I want them to say and do.
Yeah.
That I'll say. Blessed to have them. But honey, not absolutely not left, right. If I say left, they're gonna say right. If
Just
I
like
say right,
kids.
it's not, it's never gonna go. For one thing, I don't think they will listen to me. Like listen to me probably even at this age. Like Sean don't know what she's talking about, so on and so forth. My mother's famous for calling me about something. She's asking about anything technical. And she always says, I don't have any training. I don't have any training. But I can't train you. I can't work with you because I feel like your arms is like this. And you're not going to listen. So the more I try to do it, I was like, we're going to bump our heads and it's not going to work. So you might want to ask your technician to help you. I try to help. My dad listens a little bit better. My mom is absolutely not. She's not going to hear not one word. And maybe after the conversation, she might go in and say, oh, okay. And she might do it because this is what Shadon says. So she'll probably look like, this is what Shadon said. Shadon said, do this. Shadon said, do that, And he'd be like, no, determined. Like she's determined not to, as I say, be defiant. Because I'll say, like, even when COVID hit, and I was like, I'm working in a hospital. I said to them, I said, this is not the place where you want to be. I need you to be safe. Stay in the house. If you got to go, we got to figure out how to get you. Because I was like, if you come in the hospital, there's nothing I can do for you. The people are going to, take you, the nurses. I want to fight. I was like, it's going to be a bad situation. My father, he listened. He was like, Shadon said, don't you go outside. This lady said, forget what Shadon says, and she's going to do it anyway. She's going to jump in her car and go on and do what she's going to do, and then she come back and be like, yeah, I got the COVID. Really? I told you to stay in the house.
Not the COVID.
Yep.
The COVID.
Yep, the COVID. Because at that age, they're not all the way making, like I sometimes, want to say, like, is it going to be like Medea? You know how Medea, when she dresses up as Medea, and it's never the correct pronunciation of the word. That's that. That's that for me. Yeah. But love them dearly.
So mine's is, I think the good word that you used was defiant. My daddy is defiant. That thing right there. That thing right there. So when we was growing up, like my mom never beat us. But she could pinch you so kind of good. When I tell you that both of them need a good pinch, both of them need a pinch. But it's my daddy more than anything, y'all. He is just hard-headed. Now, let me tell you, growing up, he would say I was the hard-headed one. I was the defiant one. You know how you said if you say go left, they gonna go right. He said that was me. That's how he always said that I look like I was being mischievous at all times. Let me tell you how he have a look on his face. Today we in church. One of my girlfriends sent me a picture because my dad is on the screen. His face just looking like he mean and surly the whole service. I said, that's his serious look. That's what I tell my girlfriend. That's his serious look. But he looking like he mean and surly in church. Now, when I tell you that he, go to the church, he deacon in church, all that kind of stuff. But when I tell you, he defiant to the pastor, he defiant to everybody. If he don't want to do it, if he don't want to do it, he not gonna do it, and he ain't giving you no explanation because I said you're not gonna do it. And another thing, I always tell my mother, like, she good because you know how y'all say, your father's particular. My father's very particular about a lot of things, but one thing he's been consistently particular about all of my life is his food not touching it. My mother put his food in this, it's like a baby plate because it's sectioned. That's what I call it, a baby plate when I teasing him. When I tell you he eat one thing at a time, then he turn his plate, that irritates my butt cheeks. I don't know why it makes me so mad. But it does, and it has always done it. So I always tell him, you better hope your wife around for a long time because I'm gonna mix all your food
That's
up.
right. That part. My dad had to participate in an African day at church, and all the men wore African attire, but him. And the pastor was like, well, Robert, they call him Bobby. They're like, Bob, we want you to participate. And he was like, I'm participating. They're like, well, we have this African stuff, we want. And he was like, I'm not wearing it because I'm not no African. And he told that to the pastor. Like, he just literally went in there with his suit on and his flourishing shoes on and what he wanted to wear for African Day. And he refused to be with them other men. When they do men's day activities, he don't want to do it. He don't want to do nothing but what he wants to do. Work on his muscle cars and just stuff he like. But, he don't want to do and comply. His compliance is a little off. The older he gets, he just be like, I don't want to do it. And don't do it.
And that's my daddy.
Don't feel no way about it.
For my 50th all white party, he ain't wear all white. He was like, I'm wearing what I want to wear. You can't tell me what I want to wear. That's what he told me.
What did he wear?
You can't tell me what I want to wear. He had on like I don't know. I gotta find a picture, but it wasn't all white. I can tell you that.
Right.
And what do you do? Yeah. What do you do?
I don't know. See, mine's is opposite. My father, he hears me. Now, certain things he may, not even pay me no mind because he's not going to, he's a man of less words. Now, my mama is honey. She won't go toe to toe with me. Like she most definitely like, oh, she gonna give all of this. She gonna give all of that. She's gonna give it all, and she's not doing what I ask her to do. Nothing. And not one unearthly thing. Now she say, like, I always have your back, which she does. But honey, if I ask her to do anything, like I say, well, the doctor said do this, that's not gonna happen. Because she is not going to do it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. This man is not gonna make me drink a Pepsi. I ain't had a Pepsi in 15 years. He's not gonna make me drink a Pepsi because he hard-headed. And so, what they used to tell me when I was younger, a hard head make a soft behind. He just gonna have to learn the lessons. He gonna have to learn the lessons. Because when I tell you I'm not fighting with him, let me tell you a story. So my father is very family oriented. And every year I buy pajamas for the whole family for Christmas. And everybody knows when you get dressed for the day for Christmas, you come down in the Christmas pajamas, right? So last year he was feeling some kind of way. And I came in, I had worked a half a day at the hospital. So I came in and he was like, this is the last year I'm going to do this. I said, do what? He said, wear this. And I said, yeah, until next year. That's what I said. And I left and I went downstairs. I was heated. So let me tell y'all what I did. I went right back up them stairs and I said something to him. I said, let me tell you something. You're the one who told me to make sure that I take care of my family and do the right thing and keep my sisters as a unit and, keep my family tight. And I was like that. And I said, and you the head, if you acting crazy about this, then everybody else going to act crazy about this. I said, we've been doing this for years and now you want to act a certain kind of way. You better get it together. And I said it like that to him. And he looked at me like, who she thinks she is? But baby, I ain't had no more problem from him. You see what I'm saying? No. So sometimes you got to give him a little, just snatch him up a little bit, snatch him up.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but you totally do. When I had even said that about that COVID, I was like, no, I was serious because that was a really emotional time being in a hospital with COVID and watching what was happening. I'm like, I'm serious. Like, no. Why are you outside? What are you doing? My mom she cannot sit still. She feels like, if you sit still, she doesn't want to let me say this. She doesn't want to let grass grow up underneath her feet.
Yeah.
Keep moving. My father is chill. We are two Aries. So he's like, I can sit here. Shadon said, sit here. She like, I ain't sitting nowhere. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
And she's going to get in her car and she's going to go until she can't go anymore. Wow. And there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do about it. I got to go up to the hospital and check her out and do all of those things. That's what it's going to be.
Mhm.
It's one of those things. And that
Do y'all have the parents? Yeah. Do y'all have the type of parents also that keep stuff from y'all? Because my parents do that. They keep things, like my mom will be sick and she'll mention it after she's like suffered for months about it, you know, or my dad will say, hey, you know, yeah, I did go to the doctor and they told me this. And, you know, so I hate that part. I hate feeling like they don't see to things early enough, you know, because they don't want to make a ruckus about it. So they just be quiet and they think, oh, it'll go away. I go in there and drink me a Coca-Cola or get me a Gatorade, or orange Gatorade. He think orange Gatorade cure everything. So he'll drink an orange Gatorade. Like that's going to take away whatever. You know, which I noticed that they get and keep things because they don't want, I guess, to worry you maybe.
Yeah, my dad is like that too. Just like the scare that I had last week, my mother called me and I said, well, how long has he been feeling like this? She said, well, to be honest, he went to his doctor like 10 days ago and they gave him some antibiotics. And I was like, so they ain't tell me nothing 10 days ago, but you told me today. I was like, let me tell you something. Y'all not gonna make me ugly. That's what you're not gonna do, worrying about y'all. Because if y'all won't be hard-headed, then be hard-headed. And you got to deal with the consequences of being hard. But yeah, but these parents of mine, these parents, remember the song that Will Smith sang that parents just don't understand? They don't understand now. Now they just don't understand a different way. They just don't understand. Yeah, that song is for them. That song is for them right now.
Well, I would say my parents are snitchers. They gonna tell. Like I can get on the phone and like I
tell on each other.
Yeah, like he'll be like, my dad. If I talk to him every night around 8 o'clock, right before he go to bed, and he'll be like, yeah, your mother's in there and she's coughing. What you mean she's coughing? What happened? What did you bring her some water? Or and when I talk to my mom the next morning, she'll be like, yeah, your father's not feeling well. He hasn't got out the bed yet. So they're going to tell it. And then I come up in there like, what's going on? So like, they're going to tell it. The next day, it's like running water. They probably behind, like my father probably whispering, your mother in there coughing. She don't feel well. So then I got to call her, same thing. She's on the phone. And I got to be like, what's going on? Why you don't want to do so-and-so? Like they going to tell it immediately. It ain't going to be 24 hours. They're going to tell it.
Well, mine's not. They gonna hold it. They gonna hold it as long as they can hold it.
Right.
They talk.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. What's the main way that y'all think we can continue like providing the ongoing support that, you know, and just being there for them? Like, because I struggle with not being overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they still the parent, so you know they don't want to lose all their independence, but sometimes, you know, I struggle with saying too much to them or trying to steer them. And then they're like, well, I don't want to do that, you know? So how do y'all think, or what do y'all think could be, you know, some things that we can do ongoing that can help support them better?
I feel like for me, it's just evaluating where they are. Like, as long as, you know, they seem like their mental is good, their health is good, you know, I'm still going to let them do what they pretty much want to do because they're going to do it anyway. But also, you know, I feel like never take away somebody's independence if they're able. You know, it's different when they have, you know, health challenges or illnesses and things like that. But if they're able, I step out of the way. Now, the running joke in my family is I'm the family manager. So yeah, I'm going to manage some things, but I do know how to delegate and let them do some of the things that they need to do for themselves. And you know, I do little things like, you know, we going out of town, and I'll be like, Mom, when you getting your hair done? Because you know you need to get your hair done so we can go out of town. Like, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go next week, or I'm gonna, you know, I say little things like that. I don't be too pushy about it. I'll just make sure that I'll bring whatever I want up in a conversation, but it's always not do it. It's always like, hey, when you going to do something, like, so they have the power and not being like I'm their parent, because I'm not. And I am still very respectful, as even though they get on my nerve, I'm very respectful because they are still my parents. I still know there's an order of
Right.
things, and I was raised right. So,
Mhm.
as old as I am,
Mhm.
that man might backhand me in these lips of mine. So no, I don't be
Exactly.
disrespectful. I don't be disrespectful. I try to encourage them to continue to do stuff just like with my mom. I encourage her, we going to the gym, we going to gym, we gonna walk, we gonna do whatever. And she's really down for bettering her health. She gonna try every remedy she done saw on YouTube. Child, I just be a guinea pig because she put so much ginger in everything. I'd be like, Mom, it's burning.
Yeah.
She said, it's good for you to burn. I was like, no, it's too much ginger in here, lady. She be trying to kill me. But because she tries, I just be her guinea pig, and me and her be rolling. So when I say she's my road dog, like she's going to do
Mhm.
anything she can to stay healthy as best as she can, and I love that about her. And
That's awesome.
for that reason, that's why I'm taking all of the concoctions she be making.
And tell her I'm with her with that ginger, honey. When I tell you ginger does it
Yeah,
for me, like I have the old
I love
fashioned
it.
ginger ale. That's me.
Mhm.
So tell her I love it. I love ginger and everything too. Right?
Mhm.
I'm
It just
sorry.
be too much, too much.
Tell her
It's too much.
sprinkle that bad boy on my attitude or something.
Mhm.
Maybe that help.
It's good to me. I like it. Ginger tea, and I
I
like it. The
love
ginger
it. I
candy.
love it. It's just too much. She puts a lot in everything. A lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anything else, ladies? I think this discussion has been great. I think we're at our 20-minute mark. We have any other comments that we want to bring up? Like,
I do want to say one thing.
I'm
I
doing
just
some
wanted to
traveling with my mom and dad.
so
Nice.
I'm doing traveling with mines in a few weeks or so. But what I did want to say on this topic is that even though that it's their turn, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we're gonna have a turn when we're the parents. So we have to still, like I said,
Right.
be respectful, but also to
Mhm.
make sure we really nurture these relationships. And more than anything, I would like to say
Right.
is that us three have been, like I always say, we have been very blessed to not only have our parents, but for them to be good examples of what marriage is. And so
Right.
I always want to be respectful of that because a lot of people didn't have that, and I'm clear about that. A lot of my friends, I'm the
Mhm.
only person who still have, both their parents. Some people don't have either parent.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
with that being said, even though I fuss and I put on Facebook, it's hard raising these parents of mine. Um,
It
I,
is.
I love them dearly. God couldn't have gave
Mhm.
me no better parents.
Oh, yeah.
He knew what he was
Yes.
doing when he put the ones that I got together for me. So I
Mhm.
wanted to end with that because even though I be about to, yeah, I still want you to know that I love him dearly, and
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
not and could not do a thing without him.
Not at all. Not at all. When we get
Yeah.
off here, I'm about as they say, have you talked to your parents today? I think I'm gonna call.
I went to church with mine today.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I just think we need to end it with just letting them know we love them, and it would not be us without them. So,
Not at all.
this whole show to me should be dedicated to our parents and the
Mhm.
love that we have for them. So, guys, I just thank you all for your comments, all your energy today. And I think this topic was great because we're all going to experience it and we all will go through it if
Yeah,
Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
and the creek don't rise.
All right, guys, let's raise our glasses to another Uncorked conversation. This is what we do on Courts and Convo. Thank everybody for joining and listening. And we just want you to join us for our next episode. And thanks for joining us here at Courts and Convo. Have a great day.
Cheers.
Clink clink.
Cheers.